Whoa. Just whoa. Microsoft came out swinging. uh Microsoft, I gotta say, I'm gonna say this right now. I think Microsoft's E3 press conference was probably the best. I know a lot of people probably think, maybe Sony's was the best because of the game, the gameplay and other stuff they showed off. But they just showed off so much. So many new games, so many new things. Like, they really hit hard. They gave us what we wanted, and there were a few things that were a little, kind of, like, for example, the Xbox Game Pass. Like, nobody cares about your stupid Game Pass. I mean, it's kind of like the PS Now, I guess. I don't know what, like, it lets you play games that you didn't buy yet or something. Like, I don't know. It's whatever. I don't care. I'm not going to use that anytime soon. And then they're really doing a lot of marketing for their Xbox X at this press conference. That was, again, another negative. It was very... It wasn't focused on... It was focused on a lot of a lot of ad stuff involving the Xbox and the Game Pass. Like, those are like their little ads in between games and stuff. But overall, again, the show was about the games. The show was about them showing new games, showing new stuff. I heard someone say something about over like 50 games. We will not be discussing 50 games in this video because that would be too much, and I don't want to talk about every single little game because obviously I don't care about all the games. Obviously, I care about specific games or games that piqued my interest or games that or franchises that I really love. So let's start with Fallout 76. Now, this was a game that people were not expecting. I don't think people were expecting another Fallout game anytime soon. Again, I'm not a big Fallout fan. My brother is. And this game is going to be more of a multiplayer type of community game. So there's not going to be AIs or anything. They're just going to be like you and your friends, I guess. So I guess that could be fun if you have friends and stuff to play that game with. But I don't know if it's going to be as great as, it's advertising. But like I said, I'm not a big Fallout fan, but I don't know. I don't know if this is going to do well, to be honest with you. It's Fallout, but at the same time, it's not Fallout because the whole point of Fallout, from my brother's perspective, is that it's just about you as this lone survivor after the nuclear apocalypse. That's the basics of Fallout. So I did play Fallout 3 and Fallout 4. I never finished them, but I did kind of enjoyed them. But at the same time, I had issues with the game, so again, I just didn't finish it. And because I'm playing other games, so I haven't found the time to really do it. And there are a lot of other games, like for example on PS4, where I have to finish games still. But yeah, Fallout 76, I don't know if it'll do well, honestly. We'll see. We'll see what the community thinks. I sometimes like to see what the community thinks. I like to see what communities these days think of games. But then sometimes I don't, which we'll talk about in another video with a specific game that I'm actually very looking forward to, which you will see later. Let's talk about Cyberpunk 2077. This was a game I heard rumors about, and people were talking about it and speculating and all over the place. I guess it's supposed to be like this Grand Theft Auto / Cyberpunk universe or something along those lines. We got this little trailer for it. It's not a gameplay trailer. It's just like a little, just a little CGI trailer. And honestly, it didn't really pique my interest much, but I feel like it is something to talk about because a lot of people say that this game is going to be revolutionary or something. I don't know. We'll see. Let me know what you guys think of this Cyberpunk game. I'm probably not going to play it. I might, watch a clip of it here and there and then decide, but I don't think I'm going to be too interested in it. Okay. Fucking Tom Clancy's The Division 2. I almost bought the first one, and then I said to myself, no, we played the demo. We're not doing it. It's not happening. Fucking Tom Clancy and his freaking games of what? What did he have? He had the first Division, which was, average at best, or, and then he had a couple other games, which I don't even know the names of them. I don't know. It's like, why are you still trying to bother with this? Who knows, though? Maybe it'll be better than the first one, and it might make me actually give a damn and play the thing for once. I did play the demo, though, the very first game. Again, it's just a third-person game. I'm not really interested in, stuff like that. I usually like a little story in there, like a lot of story, like not linear, but just like more story-focused games. But it's just Tom Clancy's The Division 2. Battlefield 5. I didn't want to bring this up, but they had it at their press conference, so I'm going to talk about it, because I actually did think about buying a Battlefield game. I didn't buy a Battlefield game. Never did. I've played Battlefield 4, but that's it. I didn't even finish the first level. I don't really have an opinion about the Battlefield series, but I heard a lot of people have opinions about this Battlefield 5 because of the, because of this SJW bullshit going on, all that type of stuff. I usually don't care about that stuff, but apparently a lot of people do. I don't know, if you have a problem, just don't buy the game. Like, that's usually how we speak with our wallets, right? So, I don't know. It is one of those subjects where it's like, yeah, women were not in the field during World War II. Why are they in this game? That's no. It didn't happen, didn't historically happen, therefore it shouldn't happen. So why are you going through all the effort of doing all that when you could make it easier and just do guys and not make it so overcomplicated? You gotta also think of it as a game developer, like, do I want to take the extra time to freaking get women's voices and dialogue and all the customizations and crap and put it in the game when I could just get the guys done and move on to this other thing? I don't know. I'm not a game developer, but whatever. So on the flip side, Call of Duty Black Ops 4, I have a lot of friends who love Black Ops. Like, that's like their favorite game. And a lot of people flipped their shit when they found out there was no single player and there was just going to be like a battle royale mode. Because that's the hot thing these days, battle royale mode. Fucking how? Like I guess if you have money and internet, but me, no, I don't really. So I just decided I always stay away from multiplayer stuff. Really, the only time I really was getting into it was like 2 years ago, and that was just because I actually had the time and resources to actually waste my time and do it. But these days, like, I'm back to I just want to get a good story game or something. So obviously Black Ops 4 is not gonna sell for me. I mean, I'm not gonna buy it, so I might buy an old one though. Maybe in the future I'll finally give in and buy a Call of Duty game and join all my friends and do all that stuff. But they love Call of Duty. Me, I did play a Call of Duty game. I actually did do a whole playlist of it. I did get copyrighted, so I did lose footages. But if you want, you can go back and watch me play my first Call of Duty game. It was Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. It was people didn't hate it. I heard people didn't hate it, but they didn't think it was the best either, which is fine. I didn't want a game that was too good or too bad, because honestly, I didn't want to go all the way back to like the PS2 era and just buy a freaking, you know, I don't know. I don't want to bring out the PS2. The PS2's so old. But no, I love my PS2. I still play it to this day. I still do. Alright, so moving on. Let's talk about, and I did get this in one of my comments recently, Devil May Cry 5. So, this is a series that I tried to like a lot, but I didn't, unfortunately. I played the first, second, and third game. I played them. I never finished them, but I started them. I played them by myself. I just never finished them. And I think that's partially because I didn't like the combat. I didn't like the ranking. I didn't like the style. Like it just didn't work for me. I mean, the character was cool, but I don't know, it just didn't click with me. And then Devil May Cry 4 came out, and people hated that game, and I was like, I kind of was looking at it, and I was like, maybe. But this game was a surprise. I was actually very surprised when I saw this game because people were going crazy in the crowd, and I was sitting there thinking to myself, like, huh, this actually looks pretty sick. Devil May Cry 5 looks to be pretty cool. I don't know. Like I said, I have not been a huge Devil May Cry guy. I mean, there are some games where I'm okay with getting ranked and stuff, but still, it's one of those things where I try to keep away from games that judge me based off of my play style. It's like, leave me alone. I just want to play the game. So, yeah, that's just me. But Devil May Cry 5 looks pretty cool. Looks pretty interesting. I don't know what it's about. I don't know any of the characters. I don't really know what it's about. The only character I really know a little bit is Dante, and that's like in the first 3 games. I'm not a huge nerd when it comes to Devil May Cry, so not the right guy to talk to about that type of stuff. And then this was probably the highlight for me of the freaking conference. They announced Dying Light 2. I got so excited because I freaked out because I was like, "What? It's Dying Light!" As soon as he said the words "good night" and "good luck," I flipped. I was in panic. I ran upstairs to saying, Nathan, Dying Light 2, because he loves the first Dying Light game. He actually is a little hesitant to this game. Me, I'm happy. I really did want a new Dying Light game. It was really cool how much they cared about the very first game too. How much content, how much love they put into, how much they really cared about their game. They kept updating it, they kept adding stuff, and I want to see that with this game. You get to make choices, you get to, affect the world. Like, I think you play as a new character, but this looks really fun. This looks cool. This looks different. The parkour mechanics, when he grabbed the ledge and he kicked this guy off the building, I was like, whoa, I was sold. Like, I'm buying this because that was cool when he did that. That was pretty sick. Because you couldn't do that in the first game, but that's really cool that they added that stuff in. They added more parkour type fighting. That's what I wanted. That's what I want to see. And that makes it worth it for me. That makes it sound worth it. And the choice is just, give me that extra oomph to buy it. So, yeah, Dying Light 2. Holy crap. That made me jump up in cheers and claps because I did not see that coming. I was completely freaked out and happy about that. So, yeah, speaking of that, we gotta finish the Dying Light, the following DLC. Yeah, gotta do that. Alright, so let's move on to Gears 5. So yeah, apparently there's gonna be another Gears game, Metal Gear game. Is that what it's called? Yeah. I've never played it in my life. I watched Brad play it, I think he played the 4th one, a few years ago. I've never been a fan of it, probably because, I don't know, so many games. I already play so many games, so I was like, I can leave that one alone. Just another third-person sci-fi game. I don't really have a lot to say about that game. You apparently play as a female protagonist. I did see some people online get a little mad about it because a lot of people have been complaining about these female characters. I don't think it's a problem as long as you do it right. If I will say, yes, there are a lot these days, but on the flip side, there's not. If you really think about it, I think it's just because of the way the world is, and when we see that these days, we get a little aggressive, I will say, because we just, some people, not me, like, I'm okay because I'm not playing the game, but, it happens. It happens. Yeah. So let's move on to a game that I actually am on the fence about, but I actually really am happy about this. So there's this game called Jump Force. I'm guessing it's going to be like all the anime characters like Goku and Naruto, and I probably pronounced his name wrong. Like all these anime characters. Like, I guess it's like a fighting game? Is like a 3D fighting game? Based off the CGI trailer? I don't know. But it looks fun. It looks really interesting. Speaking of Goku, I actually been getting into the whole, Dragon Ball thing. I actually been getting, I'm starting to like it. I haven't watched the show yet. That's what I want to know. Put in the comments, what is the first thing when it comes to Dragon Ball Z? What should be the first series I watch? Should it be the very first? And then, I don't know. Like I said, I'm getting into this whole Dragon Ball thing, but the Jump Force game looks really fun. It looks really cool. It's a CGI trailer. Didn't see gameplay. I bet the gameplay is going to be sick when we finally see it, so that'll be fun. Okay, so nothing new here, but I just wanted to talk about it because I thought this was cool. So apparently Nier Automata is coming to the Xbox One and Xbox X, so that's pretty cool because this game is really... I want this game to do well because this game was life-changing for me. This game really made me think about things a lot more. That's why we're playing it on my channel now. It's because I really want to experience it again with you guys and really talk about it more. I already reviewed the game, just in case you want to see what I thought about the game, about Nier Automata. But that game was really good. Alright, so let's move on to actually something new, which is Shadow of the Tomb Raider. So we got some gameplay. I don't know if I really talked about Shadow of the Tomb Raider much. I played Rise of the Tomb Raider. I did get the definitive edition for the PS4. I'm thinking about maybe doing a series for that before we do Shadow of the Tomb Raider. I do plan on doing Shadow of the Tomb Raider. I did never play the older Tomb Raider games, unfortunately, but maybe after the Shadow of the Tomb Raider one, maybe I will go back and play like the PS2 little versions of Tomb Raider and stuff, and see how fun those games were. We'll see, but yeah, Shadow of the Tomb Raider. I'll be honest, the gameplay, it looks too similar to the original Rise of the Tomb Raider game, so that is worrying. I will say the graphics look better, the gameplay, I like how you can use camouflage and stuff. You can, that's cool. She climbs faster. That's a cool little new thing, I guess. Again, not a lot has changed, but hopefully they're just holding out on us. They haven't showed us anything new yet. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I will buy it though and play it. Okay, so let's talk about the final last game. I know you guys are probably like, oh god, this is dragged on. But yes, so let's talk about it. We gotta talk about it. It's Microsoft. We gotta talk about Halo 6, or Halo Infinite, I guess that's what they're calling it. So I don't think that this is really a surprise. But here's the thing. There's been a lot of rumors and stuff going around. People don't really know what this game is. Here's what I think Halo Infinite is. I think Halo Infinite is the multiplayer aspect, and then Halo 6 is going to be like more campaign stuff. They said they're thinking about doing like 30 missions in a Halo game, which is unheard of. Which is unheard of in any first-person shooter game. That would be huge. That would be humongous. Like, we're talking like 30, 40, 50, 60 hours of gameplay based off your difficulty of playing Halo. Like, I don't even think I could get it done within a week. Like, that's how big that sounds. And they said they're thinking about adding more. Like, I don't know. It sounds awesome. They need to fix what they did with Halo 5. Now that they got the combat down, let's focus on the story, guys. Let's focus on the story, 343. So, yeah, that's the thing. I am excited, though. As soon as I did see the music pop up and, you know, all that, I was like, oh, yes, another Halo game. And then we got this little tease of, you know, like, Chief putting Cortana in the back of his head, or like a chip or something. I was like, what? Is Cortana and Chief getting back together? Like, I don't know. It's cool. It was a nice tease. I don't know. It's up in the air, but yeah, guys, that was the Microsoft E3 2018 games. That I'm sure there are other games that, you know, like probably way more games than I just talked about. But it's been 20 minutes. I've been sitting here talking to you guys about these games. Give you my little, thoughts on all these games and stuff. This is a little different video, because in the last, 3 years, I have not been able to figure out what I want to do for E3 and stuff, as far as, how I want to do videos. But I think this works, just me talking about games that, I really like or want to play and stuff, and then just, talking about it, just all of them in general. So, yeah, guys, that was the Microsoft. If you guys have any other games, you want comments or whatever, let me know. And until then, guys, I'm out of here. Up, and away. See you guys.